In this video, we'll showcase a simple example of DevOps collaboration between QA and Dev using Delphix Self-Service portal. In my lab, as shown here, I've already provisioned a vDB to each of the QA and Dev environment, and the vDBs are named as Oracle_QA and Oracle_Dev. So now let's jump into Delphix Self-Service portal to begin this demo. To save time, the Oracle Dataport or template for self-service has already been pre-created. In this Dataport, there are two containers, one for Dev and the other for QA. Inside the QA container, we can see the provision VDB is the Oracle_QA. Here, there's only one VDB in the container, but you can have multiple VDBs as well as virtual files and virtual folders. When you create a bookmark or perform restore on a container, all asset or element within the container will be synchronized to the same point in time. Similarly, the Dev container also contains a single VDB, which is Oracle_Dev. Now let's start the role playing. We begin with QA, who has been tasked to test version 1.0. From QA default timeline, we branch off to a new branch for this testing purpose. This is a good practice since we can completely delete the entire branch once the testing is completed. We call this branch version 1.0 QA testing. For Oracle, this will take a couple of minutes. Nevertheless, I will fast forward this section. The branching completed, note that the user can return to any branch at any point in time by just activating it. Before testing begins, it's a good idea to bookmark the starting point of this testing. So we'll create a bookmark and call it QA pretest bookmark. This bookmark is private for QA own consumption, and so now he can begin testing, assuming that he tested test number 1, number 2 successfully. But upon test number 3, failure occurred. So let's simulate an error condition at the database level. I have a small little script here to help us with that. So we run this script, and once we go back to the QA database and update and refresh it, you'll see that the surname column has been corrupted. Now QA will create another bookmark for this error condition, and let's call it QA test number 3 error Lee. And once this bookmark is completed, we'll make it shareable, and then we can inform the Dev group about the error and the bookmark. Now, while waiting for Dev to provide a bug fix for error on test 3, QA can restore his timeline back to the starting point given by that pre-test bookmark that we created earlier. All you need to do is to select the desired bookmark and click on restore. So once completed, we can now go back to the QA database, the VDB, do a refresh, and you will see that the QA VDB has now reverted to the pretest bookmark, which is a clean slate, so that he can continue with test 4 and so on. So now let's jump to the Dev role. So Dev has been informed of the error and the bookmark. Dev can now go to the shared bookmark provided by QA and branch off his timeline to the one given by the bookmark. So he can call this something like bug fix for error Lee, and then create that branch. A new branch is being created now. So remember, Dev can return to whatever he or she is doing in the default timeline by just clicking on it and activating it. We now wait for that branching to complete. The branching completed. Now let's go back to the DB viewer and look at Dev VDB. So let's just select Dev here and run that select command to refresh it. Now you can see after a quick refresh, the Dev VDB is now pointing to the bookmark shared by a QA, which is the error condition. Now, having the exact error condition in his timeline, the Dev person can now begin to troubleshoot and provide a fix for that failure. Thank you for watching this demo.